Come on now, man.
They're reacting to the rookie boy group AlphaDriveOne, an 8-member multinational project formed through Mnet's reality survival show Boys to Planet.
I have been waiting. I've been like making myself not watch it. Like, okay, finally.
Thank you for your patience. This is their debut title track, Freak Alarm, a song with high energy confidence about making an entrance, commanding attention, and igniting the atmosphere wherever they go. AlphaDriveOne compared the feeling of debuting to something alien and overwhelming, so that's why they're saying like, we enter the room, we start this debut, ring the freak alarm! The song is composed by _, Dino, Say, and Tony Ferrari.
Tony Ferrari! Tony Ferrari!
Why does everyone have that reaction to his name?
Sorry, Tony.
Freak Alarm is an amazing title.
I was totally about to say that.
Freak alarm? What the
What is
freak?
this a reference to?
No, I just like.
You think we're gonna match my freak? You know that one?
No.
Are you on the internet?
They're just, you know, they're locking on to the cultural terms.
Like they want a fan fiction written about this.
I walk into the house of AlphaDriveOne because I am their new step-sister. And I'm living with them. And then I think they hate me. But then I trip and fall over because I'm a klutz.
And he
then he catches me before I hit the ground. And then he says,
If you're hearing this right now, that means this video isn't monetizable, nor is it sponsored. Instead, this video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support our team and also gain access to tons of exclusive content.
what a catchy bass riff though.
That's fun.
Ah, that's a nice contrast.
Thank you so much to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't keep doing this without you. And now, back to the video.
3, 2, 1.
Second we walk in, everybody know. Got the place
Whoa.
popping, 꿈과 같은 sound. I'm gonna hit the. Second we walk in, everybody know.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Ooh, fun.
Oh, I love how you can feel the beat off the front.
The harmony. Whoa. I like that.
Oh no, I like this.
Oh, that guitar line is so nice.
That instrumental goes crazy.
Damn! Holy mog.
Oh my god!
So cute.
Ooh.
Major in the minor context.
I love these little harmonies. I think they're very tasteful.
The snare sound has like a little pop to it, like it's like a cup sound almost. Eggs.
Ooh, I love the way he says that.
Oh, this has like kind of a Missy Elliott type flow, even with the bam, bam, bam.
Love that chromatic line. That's so cool.
Fun. The keyboard stuff is very funky.
Come on now, man.
Big ol' Stevie Wonder action album with a
Ooh, that was,
I wish they repeated that.
yeah.
Great. Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Nice.
That was nice triplets there. Yeah.
Okay, change up, change up, change up, change up.
They're doing the knife in the bass. Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, that's pretty
Guys,
cool.
this is just like Devs again.
So brave.
Which
Oh my god.
Hello, Princess is the witch.
6, 7, 2, 1.
Oh, this is like an augmentation of an earlier section.
with the chords.
Okay, I like that. That's cool.
Hyping up.
Transition back to the big drop, big drop, big drop.
Oh!
Certified headbanger, I believe.
They hit the freak alarm.
Yeah.
Damn! The freak alarm!
There's alpha driving.
Driving like the #1 alpha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I enjoyed listening to it. Yeah, very energetic, and the format of the whole song was pretty much K-pop style with the choruses and the deviation.
I enjoyed that. That was very fun. It's like 90s energy. Like they're really doing the throwback to like the 90s vibes in a lot of these like boy group comebacks and debuts now.
This is hip as hell, man. It's swinging. It's killing, man. It's just so like, yes, man, like roll the dice. Come on now.
I definitely thought it was a solid song. Super fun to listen to and super cool textures and production.
Yeah, the song gets better for me as it goes on because it's kind of a slow burn song for me.
It's really neat. Like the production of this feels very intentional. Everything feels really compartmentalized.
A lot of syncopation, a lot of really interesting production, a lot of really interesting textures in general, actually.
In many ways, they kind of add up to like the already kind of established beat. Like add like embellishments.
That last chorus, there were so many noises. Did you hear all of them?
It started to feel a little bit repetitive, but I will say they were still able to do some really interesting elements. Like they would like clip some of the rhythm, or they would have things like slow down chromatically, or like they would like have these moments of like brief space and silence.
I really like they have this guitar part kind of going. It's pretty quiet, but like it had like a bit of the swaggy, more laid back, cool feel to it.
I mentioned the snare sound was kind of weird. It's got like this weird resonance on it. And it's on a pitch as well, which is cool. And I think that pitch is like batonic, almost like its own like synth sound. It's such an interesting like idea. I can't think of anything else that it would sound like except hitting a cup, like a plastic cup specifically. It's so weird. Yeah.
That's a cool intro.
I thought what was kind of cool about it is that it really kind of set up the tonality being like halfway between major and minor. He's kind of Sprechstimmen, he's kind of talking, you know? But it's on pitch. What is Sprechstimme, Olivia?
Sprechstimme is a style of singing where you are speaking and singing at the same time, developed by Arnold Schoenberg.
I like when they emphasize the rhythmic stuff, like in not just like, these are the drums are rhythmic, and the drums are the only thing that will be rhythmic in this song. Like it has a little bit more like interest in like the vocal lines and that, which I liked.
Cool harmonies, cool vocal layering.
There were like, I think 2 spots where it could have been belted. I think it was somewhat in like some kind of mixed voice or even falsetto. I think to give it some more oomph, could have went for that.
And it's not to say that there's not some really interesting vocal moments. Like they have like all these stacked vocals with like doing all these like cool like ghostly like sounds on top of it.
Good groove, good hook.
Could you say there were swing elements?
So what I was saying like at the very beginning with like the 16th note swing versus the 8th note swing.
You never mentioned 16th notes.
I did.
Oh, it was a very brief
It was very brief. Go look at the recording.
Check the VOD.
I love the 16th note swing as opposed to the 8th note swing. You can really feel the fact that the beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. In this context, it has a lot more laid back of a feel. Not only in the fact that there's a swing still happening, but also in the fact that their lines are just laying on the back of the beat just a little bit, and how the accompaniment is just like just tugging at the tempo a little bit.
It's like if you just start clapping, then people know it's on the 2 and 4 usually, and then you start doing boom. And then now everyone knows where it is.
The only reason why I say it's a 16th note swing rather than an 8th note swing is we can feel it's 1, 2, 3. There's 2 swung feels in each beat. It adds so much like like it's just like you sit on it, man. It's just so good.
So we're getting a lot of like mixed messages about whether or not this is major or minor. I feel like this is pretty common in these like swaggy but also smooth songs.
It really plays around with B major and B phrygian, which is really interesting because most of the melody is in either B major or B minor, but the progression, if you just take the bass notes, it's in B phrygian.
It's modal mixture everywhere. That's like the main thing. They have a cute little chromatic riff that goes like do 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 do, and then everywhere it's just spamming the major third in the vocals. We have a lot of like, if we're in a major tonality, then we're using like a flat 2, which is C natural.
They actively have a C on top of a C sharp. The bass is holding a C, but the melody is having a C sharp, and it's the clash between those two notes just makes it so much more apparent to me that it's like, whoa, I see what's going on here.
The chord that I heard a lot that I really liked was it was a polychord. It's an A major triad over a B in the bass. The nice thing about this chord, the A over B, is that it can fit both into major and minor.
Ah, yes. So you play the major first, and then you hear it has that major, yeah.
They're almost like implying minor, but then they go to freak alarm, and this melody is super ambiguous, so that when they want to resolve it, they can resolve from into the B major.
Yeah, they fall into it.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty juicy.
It's like nice to have that like little transition chord. I remember the first time I heard it be in major, I was like, oh, we're in major now, and I hadn't like registered that we were in major, which is usually a sign that it's a pretty good transition if it takes me a second to figure it out.
Second chorus, the way it just so like groovy. Simon's voice is like very deep, and oh, that's what made the second chorus. That's why I like the second chorus. Hold on. Yes, that's why. His voice.
It's really nice.
It's really like it's not just slow, it's just like really easy sounding and like
there's like a breathiness.
Yeah.
Especially this second chorus that we were saying, I thought it was very unexpected. We had this ongoing pattern, like a parallelism in the bass line. It was parallel.
We learned that in class.
Within
a meter class.
I was expecting the parallelism on the second chorus too, but they obviously broke it.
I don't know if anyone plays Valorant. The Valorant music is very much so full of this kind of bass. Well, it's not distorted, but it's like they're using like a tiny little pedal thing in the editing. It's plucked string bass, not electric bass. I feel like it adds to like the Neo aspect of this.
I was thinking about Haydn because I'm learning this in music history right now, and people say like, oh, Haydn is like, and he kind of establishes the pattern, and then he breaks the pattern, and then he brings it back again.
I really like the contrast between the two sections. Like you have that like hip hop, funky, like at the very beginning, and then you get like that super chill funk, like almost not even funk, but just kind of chill. But I really like the contrast between those.
This. That little chord progression, which is like
juicy
somewhere.
If you are gonna have a bridge and your bridge is a departure from what you were doing before, very, very cool if you bring it back later on. This is our first time hearing this chord progression, I'm pretty sure. This is pre-chorus the normal way. Then listen to the one that comes in after the bridge.
I kind of love how it transformed at the bridge. That was so fun.
They do the stereotypical thing of in the bridge, they go halftime, which is very effective again.
And they're also reducing a lot of the chordal elements in this specific section. Like there's not as much backing in the chord. And so it's a lot more...
it adds more space.
Yes.
The harmonies at the bridge were pretty interesting, that how we went straight into G major as our first chord in that bridge when we've been so solidly in B. The bridge, it immediately goes like this. And then I just thought that was really kind of an out there progression, especially considering how much we've been dancing around B major versus B minor for the rest of the track. Like basically all of these pitches feel a little bit out of a certain key in B. And so we feel this further like dreamy instability.
So the chords here, in the next spot, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and we go to this spot. Listen. And now it's doing it every measure.
Yeah.
And it's not the same pitches, but it's the same contour.
No, good ear. That's
Sorry,
good. That's good continuity. I like that.
Leading from the bridge to this like final chorus is like really cool. I like the way they handled that as well.
And I love that they used the same chords as the pre-chorus before, but it was orchestrated completely differently.
Any time they're doing like a build up and then it's kind of like a beat drop and whatever, they started doing triplets.
Yeah.
And that was that was really well thrown in there. And like I've heard it before, but it's just not done enough.
So satisfying, I don't know, changing the rhythm.
Like going from the duple subdivisions to the
triple meter.
I like that too.
I wonder if they could have painted the text of Freak Alarm a little bit more alarming.
How can I reinterpret that so that I like the concept more? Is it like just a scary alarm? No, see, it's not scary either though. But freak implies like they're like freaky.
To me, it just doesn't feel innovative enough. Like it's very good, it feels comfortable, the blend was very nice, and they did it and it's fresh. It's something new to our ears. Still really good, right? But it doesn't feel like cutting edge, if that makes sense.
It didn't sound freaky enough.
Yeah. Maybe it was the contrast of like talking about being a freak, but being surrounded by so much like familiar material. Like I don't really know what was like supposed to be freaky about it.
Is it literally just the words that are like freaking you out?
It's just the freak alarm thing. It's not.
No, but they so hard commit to it. It's great.
I'm like hyper focusing on it.
No, I think
Like
because they commit to it, and maybe freaky doesn't mean like you creep everybody out.
Everything felt just a little square.
Did you feel like it was like safe harmonically and
Harmonically, I wouldn't
like,
say it was
motivically?
safe. I think given what the song is trying to do, just like a very upbeat, danceable track, I think it delivered above and beyond. In terms of energy, they really brought it up to like, maybe not 11, but like a 10.5. They just need a bit more swag. I don't know, because, you know, it's hard when you're starting out, you know. But I think someday I'll look back in this track and think very fondly of AlphaDrive-1. I see it. It's a start to greater things.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited for what this group does next. Did they just...
I love that the air horn gets to the pitch that they want it to be.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think of the song?
I didn't. Well,
What? You.
So.
What?